What's going on, everyone? Today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. With summer coming up, I know people are going to be looking for spots to explore and places to go in Scotland. And living on the East Coast, I thought that I would show you my personal favourite hidden gem. And the place that I'm going to show you is that beautiful that it's actually been featured in some Hollywood movies, including the Avengers film. And when you get to the part that's in the movie, you're going to understand why they picked this location. When I first discovered this place, I genuinely could not believe it was only half an hour from my house. And I mean, it is relatively well known, so hidden gem might be a loose term, but I know there's going to be a ton of folk out there who don't know it exists, and this video is for you guys. So that little town behind me there, that's actually St Abbs. And this is the Lighthouse Trail, or the Clifftop Trail, whatever one you want to call it. It's a pretty cool little town. I've had a coffee there before. I've not done too much exploring, but it is pretty small. And one of the reasons why I do love this place so much is because it really makes you feel like you could be anywhere in the whole world. It's got a big sense of vast and openness here. I actually have to make a little bit of a disclaimer in this video before we go any further, because when we get round to this Clifftop Trail, I'm going to show you a few drone shots of this place. Now, I came down here a few weeks ago and tried to film a video here, but it was the first time that I'd used these mics and I never set it up properly, so the audio never went through. But when I was down here, I actually was flying my drone, and I bumped into one of the locals who told me that you can't do that here. When I went back to mine, I'd done a little bit of research, and it turns out that this is a national wildlife preserve and there are hundreds of birds here, so it's pretty obvious now why you can't do that. I just wanted to disclaim that because I'm going to show you the shots because I got them anyway, but if you do come down here and you do have a drone, please don't fly it because it isn't allowed, and to be honest, I completely understand why that was my fault and why that was my bad. So littered around St Abbs, there's a whole bunch of these, I don't know if you would say beaches. And even though you're probably not going to come and chill out here because it's so stony and there's not actually any sand, in the months of September and October, there's actually a whole bunch of baby seals here. They're here and they're in all the other bays as well. Because this place doesn't get a whole bunch of footfall, I think they like it here. And there's actually a surrounding fence in this little area that gets cut off so no one can enter and they can just raise their young in peace. So yeah, just another little reason why this is such a cool place. This is where the walk just opens up and starts to get really spectacular. Looking down there, the water is crystal clear. There's a cave down there. And if you just look at the rock formations over here, I mean, the natural beauty here really is just on another level. There's not a lot more you can ask for when you just come a little coastal walk. And these are some of the reasons why I think St Abbs is potentially Scotland's best hidden gem on the East Coast. And the craziest part is that the best part of the walk is still to come. So this particular part of the walk really gives you a scale of how big the cliffs can be here. I think this is the second biggest drop off here. I think the biggest one's the one that I sat on at the start of the video. And then this one's the second biggest because it literally just goes from top to bottom straight away. I got no idea how big it is, so I'm not even gonna guess, but I can tell you one thing, the scale on the camera is not going to do it justice for how big it actually is. And you might also be able to see a bunch of birds flying around down there. There is a massive species down here at St Abbs, but one to look out for is they actually have peregrine falcons here. I have seen one before diving through the air and it was so impressive. I think they are pretty rare, but I know they do reside in the cliff tops because they hunt birds from there. And then you got the lighthouse. This lighthouse was built in 1862 by David and Thomas Stevenson. They were two brothers. And as you can see, it really stands out just because of its colour, its location. It really is spectacular. And this was actually where I seen the peregrine falcon before, swooping right next to that lighthouse. So if you want to come along and try look for one, I'd recommend this spot here. I feel like this view as well just kind of sums up Scotland's coast. You got the amazing cliffs, the amazing architecture. Everything about it's just beautiful. This place is honestly beautiful, man. You gotta come check this out. We're literally coming round to the last bit of this walk, which is the climax of the whole thing. If you're gonna come here, please remember that if you go to the lighthouse, keep on walking down the road, because a lot of people miss this part and it is literally 2 minutes away from it. It is just around this corner here. You can probably tell why I said the climax of the walk was this part. When I first seen this, it genuinely just blew my mind. Even though I'm filming it, it's never going to do it justice for how it actually looks. You really have to come here and see this for yourself. So this is actually going to bring us to the end of the video, guys, because you literally just walk up and loop around and back to the car after this, but I'm sure by now you can understand why I think this might be the best hidden gem on Scotland's east coast. Of course, that's just my opinion. If you've never been here, I would fully recommend coming down and just checking it out. It's all very good seeing it on camera, but I feel like nothing compares to actually seeing it with your eye. So this was St Abbs Head. If you enjoyed the video, then subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of adventures in Scotland. We do Munros, we're going to do wild camping, and we've also got other documentaries coming up. But yeah, anyway, catch you guys later.